If you've been living with chronic symptoms, pain, fatigue, IBS, anxiety or depression, you may have been led to believe that your symptoms are caused by physical damage and that somehow you're broken. But what if your symptoms are caused by something deeper, something that can be reversed, something that you can heal from? I'm here today to introduce you to the concept of TMS, the mind-body syndrome. We're going to look at the root cause of chronic illness and consider what doctors may have missed. So, if chronic symptoms have been a problem in your life and you want to know what the root cause could be, keep watching. TMS stands for the mind-body syndrome. It has gone by other names in the past, including tension myositis syndrome, which was the first name that Dr. Sarno gave to it when he brought out this groundbreaking theory. Sarno was a doctor working with back pain, helping patients within the medical establishment. And it came to his attention that the treatments were not really helping people's pain. And he started independent research into the root cause of pain and symptoms in his patients. Sarno discovered that chronic symptoms and pain can be triggered by stress, by suppressed emotions, and by nervous system dysregulation. This doesn't mean that it's all in your head. Your symptoms are completely real. This condition is extremely painful to go through. I know, because I suffered many years and decades myself with these symptoms. So please know that I know what you're going through is real. However, your symptoms are very likely to be connected to what is happening in your emotions, your nervous system, and your brain. I'm going to share a quotation with you from Dr. Sarno's book, The Mind-Body Prescription. The pain is not imaginary, it is real. The only thing that is imaginary is the traditional medical explanation. So as you can see, he was fairly radical. As he was a doctor, he was a medical doctor who came to understanding things so deeply that he had to move away from that and challenge the existing system in order to help his patients. So how do we know it's TMS rather than something else? So many people go through years and years of tests, scans, getting one diagnosis after another, and yet never finding the real cause or the healing pathway that works for them. Does this sound familiar? It certainly was true for me. Here are some ways you can see if what you are suffering from is TMS. If your symptoms move around and change and shift over time. For example, a pain in a certain area of your body that comes up, stays around a while and goes away and gets replaced with different symptoms. When you've tried everything but nothing brings relief. When your symptoms worsen straight after a period of real stress or emotional triggers. You have a history of perfectionism or people-pleasing. If this is the first time you're hearing about TMS, you might be thinking, what can I do about it? So I'm going to share with you some things you can start doing. This healing journey is about shifting out of fear into understanding and then regulating your nervous system and releasing buried or hidden stressors that are in the brain and the nervous system. Understanding the concept of TMS is really one of the first steps towards healing because you're actively rewiring your brain as you do that. In order to begin understanding, if you can read, the first step is to read. If you can't read books at this stage because your symptoms are so severe, there are short articles on my website that can introduce you to these concepts. The next thing that you can do, you can begin to regulate your nervous system. There are self-regulation techniques that you can do using somatic healing, using structured rests, and using meditations that are very soft and direct you towards brain rewiring and nervous system regulation. You can begin to prepare to find the root cause of your condition. This means looking into hidden stressors. This is very important to do with support for co-regulation. TMS is not a life sentence. It's not about managing your symptoms forever. It's about finding the true path to healing.